If I fall any harder behind the beat, I'll be off the beat. In fact, I think I was off the beat there. My name's HW. Thank you so much for watching. Dudes, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Today I want to show you a little trick that I learned. This is like super geeky, nuts, tinkery stuff, okay? And it's something you really need to try. You can listen to me do it a little bit, but a lot of you guys are going to be listening through your phone speaker. You're going to say it sounds the same. A lot of you guys might be listening through, whatever, some little rinky-dink, Tim Apple sent me these things kind of dealies. And they might not sound right. But if you get through like an FRFR, if you get through a Kemper cone, if you get through like in a big house or on a recording, I think you're going to hear this, okay? Today I want to talk about digital harshness and where I think some of that sits. Now, there's a couple ways to address digital harshness in your modeler. But overall, I think this applies across the board. I think some of this digital harshness is maybe from the digital thing itself, but it also can just come from direct miking a speaker and kind of that live sound that may not be the most pleasing. And it may detract from the feeling of like, man, I've got the amp in the room, which is like kind of the most pleasing thing. So all you got to do, I'm going to put it on the screen right here. No matter your device, no matter your modeler, no matter whatever, you're going to want a studio style EQ. Now, one of the mid knobs on the Tonex is going to do this fine, but there's a studio style EQ on almost all the devices you can think of. QC, Kemper, Helix. All you need is this. You need an EQ that gives you a Q, a frequency, and a level. That's it. Q, frequency, and level. Because we're not looking for shelves. We're not looking for just a set like high, low, whatever. We're not looking graphic EQ. We need a studio style EQ. Studio style EQs are mostly going to have a high and a low shelf. So you'll have a high and low frequency and level where you'll pick the point. There you go. And then you'll have, those are the shelves. But then in between those, you'll have 2 or 3 peaks that you can choose. And what we're going to choose today is we're going to choose the frequency and we're going to choose the Q, which is the width of the shape, the width of that Q or that hump we want to make. And in this case, we're going to cut something out. We're going to make a valley. And so I'm just going to give it to you, and then I'm going to just show you what it sounds like when I do it. You want to dial that frequency in to either 3,900 or 4,000, somewhere right there. 41 is probably going to be fine too. And you want your Q to be, your Q is going to default to 0.7, okay? Don't worry about why that is. That's the default on all the digital stuff. That's the default. That is the normal sort of Q when you don't have control over it. So we're going to default to 0.7, but what we're going to do is turn that Q value higher. What's that going to do? It's going to actually take our big mountain that we're going to create in the mid-range kind of thing. So say we're going to do that. We're not doing that today, but say we have a big hump, it's going to make it into a more pointed frequency that we're going to boost. In this case, we're going to cut something out, and we just want to cut out a little bit of it because we want to leave a lot of our high end intact. In a future video, I'm going to show you why I don't love high cuts, why I think high cuts are a tool for when you don't have a better tool. You know what I mean? It's like when your dad comes over and he says, "Sure, son, I'll help you with your honeydew weekend project." You show up and he goes, where's your quarter length McAllister transition socket wrench?" And you go, "I don't have that." And then he throws a big fit about not having the right tools for the job. And, oh, how did you make it in life this far without your 1/4-inch 9mm, double precision McAllister drive wrench socket? How are you a man? And you're like, "I don't know, Dad. I got this set from Harbor Freight. The guy at the store told me this is a basic set. I thought this would cover 98%. And your dad just like, at your age, when I was your age, we had to make our 1/4 precision 9mm double locking gasket McAllister wrench sockets out of spit wood and hide glue. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You're gonna move that Q up to let's just do it at 2, 2.5. You'll be fine. Okay, but go to 2. So we want our frequency at about 4,000. We want our Q at about 2. And we want to just subtract 5, 6, 7 decibels. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to get rid of it. With and without. You heard it with at the beginning. But here is my Les Paul. And this is a deluxe reverb capture. And I've made this available for everybody. I think it's been on a download before. If not, I'll make it available very soon. It's just a deluxe reverb that's from one of the packs. I'm on a Kemper, and this is a DiMarzio in like a Japanese Les Paul. Without it, with the cut. You hear what that takes away? You hear that little takeaway? Some of that is the real accent from the up-close microphone. See, if we used a high cut, we would have eliminated a lot of the airiness that we're getting. And we're getting some nice air. Let's take it away. Let's add it back. Let's that was I meant let's take away the cut. So that's with nothing. Now let's put that cut in there and get a more natural sound. I think that sounds beautiful, natural. Let's hear the bridge with nothing on it. Now let's take away those offending sort of digital harsh frequencies. Nothing on it. Our little cut. I really think that sounds beautiful. Let's try it with some overdrive. So I'm going to put on a little tube screamer. Let me take off the cut so we can hear it with nothing. Here's a tube screamer. Now let's put our little cut on and we'll hear that. I think it works. Let's put on a little extra overdrive and put nothing on it. Put our little cut on there. I think it works. This is the type of thing, man, where like you can watch a YouTube video, but it's really just, you got to go try it. And you might want to fiddle and go, man, what does this sound like if I put my Q up towards like 3, right? Now we're getting very narrow. But what it sounds like if I widen it a little bit? What does it sound like if I actually brighten up my tone with a shelf? Whoa, wait a minute. And then I actually dip this frequency out. Maybe I'm able to brighten the guitar without getting harsh. That's interesting too. These are the types of things that if you experiment with, you're going to get way more out of your tone. And it's one of the great things about digital that I just think is really beautiful. So I play with this on a lot. And it's going to be, maybe well, you dial it into yours. You dial it in. It's important that you dial it in, I think. I can make it available to you, but you just got to pull it up and dial it in and play around with that cue just a little bit. Play around with that frequency a little bit and see what you like. See what's too much. See what's just right. I've been HW.